Hello students, welcome back to Akshar IIT Foundation classes. I am your chemistry faculty S. Mohan. So students, grade 6, actually we are started the chemistry and we discussed so many things, okay, in the first volume and even in the second volume also we completed one topic, one chapter, that is nature of matter, right? And in this chapter, now today I am going to start actually first chapter. This I was started very first, okay, but due to some technical issues, this chapter is printed in the volume 2, okay. So here in this chapter we are going to discuss about the basic importance or basics and importance of chemistry, okay. So you can say like this: basic importance of chemistry or basics and importance of chemistry, okay. And this chapter we are going to discuss, okay. So students, see once again, so it's like a very basic, okay. So I am taking the chemistry, you know that already we completed volume 1. And yeah, once again in this basic importance of chemistry, yes, some important definitions were given, which already given to you, but still, okay. So science. What is science? What is science? So science is nothing but a systematic study. What it is? A systematic study or observations based on the experiments, okay, and facts is called as a science. See students, when you join the school, you start with nursery, LKG, UKG, right? You are not, your parents, they didn't join you directly in the 5th class or 6th class, right? So why? Because this is a systematic process. So to go to this, to study the 6th class level textbook, first you need to know what are the alphabets. Then you need to know how to combine the alphabets to make the words. And you need to know how these words makes the sentences, right? So like this, stepwise. So that's what your parents, they joined you, they admitted you in the nursery. Then first, second, this is a systematic order of study, right? So similarly students, science is also a systematic study, a systematic knowledge, gaining of knowledge. How? In systematic way, like by observing, by experimental, by reasoning, okay. So based on all this, we study, that is called as a science. So say students, here science definition, your material, page number 1. The systematic knowledge based on observations, experimentation and reasoning is termed as a science, right? So that's what the science, this already we discussed, okay. And the term science comes from the Latin word called scientia, okay. The science word, from where it has taken? It has taken from the Latin language. There's a Latin language, and in the Latin there's a word called scientia. And so the science, the word is taken from the word called scientia. Okay, and this scientia meaning is knowledge. Okay, and it is in which language? Latin. Okay, the Latin science meaning is, so science word is taken from the Latin word called scientia, whose meaning is knowledge. And already we discussed in the previous classes, like science is divided into so many branches, mainly physical science and biological science. Physical science, again, physics and chemistry. Biological science, we study like botany, zoology. So in this physical science, physics and chemistry. And I'm your chemistry faculty. Okay. So what chemistry actually teaches? This also we discussed. This also we discussed already. What is chemistry? Chemistry is nothing but a branch of science which deals with the mainly matter. Matter, anything that has a mass and occupies the space is called matter. So, chemistry is a branch of science which deals about the matter. So, what it deals about the matter? So, it deals about the matter composition. Composition is what? How it is made up of. For example, this pen is there. How it is made up of. What are the materials are required to make this pen? Composition. Properties. Properties means what? Physical and chemical. How it is physically. Okay, it looks. What are its chemical properties? Okay, and what is its behavior with other materials? Like that's called chemical reactions. Okay, so what is its behavior with the other materials? That's called chemical reaction. So chemical reactions and uses. What are its uses? What are its applications? Where we can use this? So this is all we study in the chemistry. So see here, chemistry, a branch of science which deals with the study of substances, especially about their composition. Composition is what? How they are made up of, right? Methods of preparation, how can we make this? Properties and reactions with other substances is called chemistry. Okay, now then come to the what are the main branches of chemistry? This also we already discussed in the previous class only. Chemistry mainly inorganic, organic, physical chemistry, analytical chemistry. This all we discussed. So in the first volume, during the volume 1, in the first classes we discussed, right? Organic, which deals about the carbon compounds mainly. Inorganic, which are not organic. And physical, which involves the solutions, problems, electrochemistry, something, these all, okay. And analytical chemistry, these all. Okay, so these are the main branches of the chemistry. Apart from this, any other branches are there? Yes. Apart from this, there are so many other branches are there when you want to do it specialized. They are called specialized branches. For example, students, now we are in 7th class, right? In the 7th class, you study about the science. You have a science book in your textbook, right? When you see the science book, you can just only one science book, okay? One book is there, okay? In this, everything what you study, that is science. But you go to the 8th class, then you can find 8th or 9th class. You can find this is physics, chemistry, and biology, right? Physics, chemistry, biology. When you go to the higher classes, and you complete the 10th class and go to the 11th standard, 12th standard, then again chemistry, branches into inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, organic chemistry, like this. And if you go to the higher classes more, again this chemistry is classified. Okay, so then you will study about in one particular topic of chemistry. So they are called specialized. Okay, so even if you go to the, you know, I think if you have any brothers or sisters or uncles or anyone beside you, those are completed BSc, MSc or BTech, MTech, then they might have done some specialization. You can go and ask them, so what is your specialized subject or specialization? Then they'll explain you in detail. So as you're going to the higher and higher studies, then you concentrate on one particular topic and you study complete deeply, depthly at that subject. That's called specialized. So when you go to the specialized level, then you have so many other branches in the chemistry. So you can see biochemistry, your biology, chemistry, both are included. Medical chemistry, chemistry which is involved in the medicine, soil and agricultural chemistry, geochemistry, industrial chemistry, nuclear chemistry, structural chemistry, polymer chemistry. So like this, so many chemistries are there. Okay, so but these are not required now. GL1. Okay, now that's about the chemistries. Now come to the common substances. So here you see, already we discussed in the chapter called matter. Matter means anything which has a mass and occupies a space. And you see around you, there are so many things out there which you can see, which are available naturally and man-made. Which are available naturally and man-made. For example, if you see the natural compounds, students, rock salt, marbles, petroleum, I think petroleum, okay, we can take under the ground, under the ocean, okay, and metals like gold, silver, copper, metals, that can be extracted from the minerals which are available under the earth. You might have studied in the social. So like this, these are the natural, compounds. Man-made compounds are what? For example, if you want to construct this building, you want bricks, yes, and cement, this is man-made, man-made cement, and steel, so we are using the steel, means irons, that's a man-made, and this pen, which is made of plastic, this man-made, nylon, bronze, etc. So these are the man-made, right? So you can find around us so many things which comes under matter, which are available naturally or man-made. So, here in this chapter, students, how important is chemistry? And who work on chemistry, the scientists who work on chemistry, they are called chemists. What they are called? Chemist. Okay. So, here how the chemists are working for us, in which fields they are working, okay, and what they are making, how they are making our life more comfortable. That we are going to see here. Now, once if you open the page number 2, students, in a volume 2 material, supply of food. So, in the supply of food, you see, students, here how the knowledge of chemistry is employed. So, how the chemistry is helping us in supply of food. So, it has helped to protect the crops from insects and harmful bacteria by use of certain effective insecticides, fungicides, pesticides. You know this one. So, in the villages, generally when the crops, the farmers grow the crops, then unwanted, insects, pests, this all will eat the crop, So, the yield will be reduced, and that will loss to the farmer, and of course, then that will be shortage for the human beings also, right? So, that's what they do. They use the insecticides, pesticides, fungicides, etc. You can see so many ads in your TV, right? So, this is the fruit of chemist only, So, these are the scientists, the scientists who belongs to chemistry only. They make these insecticides, for the pesticides and fungicides. Similarly, the use of preservatives has helped to preserve the food products like jam, butter, squashes for long periods. Yes. See, students, here when your mom cooks some food today, and for example, some food is left, right? So generally, you keep it in the refrigerator, But for example, you think the refrigerator is not working in your house, If you kept it outside only, then what happens? The food gets spoiled. Yes, by tomorrow the food gets spoiled, So preservatives are what? Which can preserve, which protect the food from spoiling. They are called preservatives. So you can see from the shops you can get jam, right? So these jams can be preserved for 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, something, etc. Squashes, cool drinks, or something, drinks which are taken. See, for example, if you make a fruit drink also, fruit juices in a house, within 1 or 2 days that gets spoiled. But if you bring like Maaza or something, fruit juices from the shops, that will retain for 3 months or 6 months, something, it will be there. So they can be preserved. Why? Because in that some preservatives are added. Who make these preservatives? Again, the chemists, the scientists only make the preservatives, right? Now it has given methods to test the presence of adulterants. There is ensuring the supply of food, pure food stuff. So see here, This is also very important. You know, adulteration. Adulteration means what? Kalti. You know Kalti? Okay, so you might have studied in the newspapers by taking some, okay, Kalti food or something. The seven people are suffered and they are admitted in the hospitals and so on, right? This type of news you can see. So, this also can be prevented by testing them, whether it is pure or adulterated. So, to test them also, what we use, that also made by the chemists only, right? Agriculture, just now we discussed that agriculture, it helps in the production of artificial fertilizers, which increase the food production. And it helps in the production of better seeds, and it is helps in producing the chemicals which kill the insects called insecticides, fungicides, just now we discussed. Mineral prospecting. So mineral prospecting, this also we know that minerals. Okay. So here if you see, all the metals which are there, metals, most of the metals, they do not available in the nature in their free state. They are available in the form of minerals, means what in the combined state. From that combined state, we extract them what the form we need. These extraction methods are developed by the chemist. Okay. Even petrol, you take the petrol, diesel, kerosene, there's all, okay, which are used to run the vehicles. Okay. So this also, the petrol is there. Petrol we cannot get directly from the underground, like earth or ocean. Okay. So here also we get in the form of okay, petroleum, which is a crude oil. There's a mixture of so many things, so many compounds, right? So what they do, they extract it, refining. That's called refining of petroleum. The refining of petroleum, what they do is they okay, purify that petroleum. That's called crude oil. So that's we can get so many products like petrol, diesel, kerosene, naphtha, and so many things. Okay. So here, this techniques of separation of crude oil is also made by the scientists only, chemists only. All right. So it can tell us how the manufacture of cement. You know the cement, how we are manufacturing the cement. Okay, we can't prepare. Can you make the cement at home? No. So here it is made in the factories. So why and what way in the practice, how they manufacture the cement? These methods of preparation. Okay, these are all invented by the scientists. Again, they are chemists. Right? So in this way, next industry. So industry is also, so you see the knowledge of chemistry helps in making useful materials. For example, steel, just now I told you that steel which is used in the construction of building, bridges, dams, and etc. This is also scientists, means chemists. We can prepare alloys. Do you know alloys? What are the alloys? Alloys are the combination, means mixture of metals. Sometimes non-metals also will be added. Very important word. This is alloy. Alloy. So mixture of different or various metals. Anything you can say. Metals. Sometimes they will be added with some non-metals also will be added. Okay, but mostly metals. Okay. So metal. So if you take the copper and some zinc, if you mix, they mix. No. Here mixture means what? First they melt the metals. Like for example, if I want to make a metal of, if I want to make an alloy of, for example, bell metal. Okay. Bell metal is made up of copper and tin. Bell. So generally we used to for bell, no? So that is called a bell metal. Bell metal is not a pure one type of metal. It's a combination of two metals called copper and tin. Copper and tin. So if I take the copper and tin, if I mix, can they mix? No. So how do they mix? First they melt the copper, they melt the tin. 80% of molten copper will be taken, 20% of molten tin, both in liquid state. Now they mix thoroughly, then cool it so that it becomes solidified. Then that is called the bell metal, which is called an alloy. So alloy is a mixture of different metals, okay, different metals mixed. So how they mix? Remember that they are molten state. Molten means what? They melts, okay, on heating they melts and turns into the liquid state, and they are taken in proper proportions and mixed thoroughly, so that makes the alloys. So example for alloys, you can see the bronze, brass, duralium, stainless steel, etc. Okay. Then come to the medicine, how the chemist helps in the medicine. Chemistry help us in discovering the new drugs such as penicillin. You know penicillin? I think you might have studied somewhere. Okay, penicillin. Like you know that, what do you say? Like antibiotic. Okay, antibiotic, you know. So, penicillin, tetracycline, and ampicillin, which fight the various variety of diseases caused by bacteria. So, chemists or the persons who make the medicine also. Consumer products, consumers generally what we use generally they are called consumer products. For example, this pen is a consumer product. So this pen is also chemistry. Okay, it's a part of chemistry. Chemists only they made it. Okay, and similarly in the olden days we used to have only cotton clothes. Cotton, which is naturally made taken from the cotton, right? But now artificial clothes are there. So these are most of them are artificial clothes. Okay, like rayon, nylon, terylene, all these things are artificial. So this also scientists work only. Okay, and how the cosmetic industry, cosmetics, and you know, especially girls, are you there? Yeah. So cosmetics, what are the cosmetics? Creams, you can apply your faces when you go to the functions. Nail polishes, okay, to make your nail beautiful. So use the nail polishes. Lipstick, yes, and cleaning lotion, soaps, detergent, this all comes under the, okay, cosmetic industry only. And chemistry is also involved in cosmetics industry. Space research. The space research is mainly, you know, fuel. Okay, so we don't use like normal petrol, kerosene, diesel, like you know, which can be used to as a fuel in the rockets or space shuttles, right? So here's a specialized fuels, right? Okay, so this also chemistry. This is also a part of chemistry. Electronics, you know that nowadays chips are there. Okay, small chips. What do you say? The chips, right? Okay, circuits, and these all chips are due to what? Due to the these all chips are due to what? Due to the silicon. Okay, they are made from silicon. Silicon is a main component. Silicon is a main component. So here silicon. Okay, so research in chemistry has provided versatile materials such as silicon and germanium, which are widely used in making the diodes. Okay, in making electric circuits like radios, TVs, computers. Next, protecting materials. Protecting materials means what's here? Paint. Okay, so here the wall is painted, and iron grills are there. You think iron doors, iron grills, iron windows, they'll be painted, otherwise they get rusted, right? So what we do? We apply the paints on them, right? So this protecting materials also uh, part comes under the chemistry only, right? And household devices, already we discussed about the household devices which are used in the preservatives, in the kitchen, there's so many things we use in the, okay. So like this, chemistry involves in almost all branches and almost all industries, in almost all in our daily life, okay. That's the chemistry, okay. So students here, in the page number 4, if I material was to open the page number 4, there is a list of different alloys with the composition and in use. Okay. So see here that you can read, just I told you that alloy is nothing but a mixture of different metals, right? So metals will be mixed here. Once you see a bell metal, 80% of copper, 20% of tin are mixed to make the bell metal, and it is used in making the bells. Brass, 70 to 80% of copper and 30 to 20% of zinc, which is used in making the gates and bearings. So bronze, copper and tin, duralium, aluminium, copper, magnesium and manganese. This is very important, which is used in making the aeroplane parts, right? And more some of the important, okay, so these are so many things are there here. Total 18 different things are there. So this all must go through this alloys list and how they are made up of, what is its composition and where we use. All right. So students, so with this the basic part, basic importance of chemistry, the first chapter is done. Okay. But here we have some questions. So let's practice these questions also. Okay. So open the page number 5. This is very simple. All answers you know. Okay. But once again, let's check. So practice test 1, concept based questions. The systematic knowledge based on observation, experimentation and reasoning is termed as science, that we are discussing. The term science comes from the word Latin word. The word scientia means knowledge. Research and chemistry has provided versatile materials such as dash and germanium, which are widely used in making the electronics diodes. That is called what? Silicon. So option is 2. Fourth one. Fifth one, the essential material in building industries and houses: wall, cement, fuel, petrol, cement. Okay. So option is 2. Which of the following is a cosmetic? Nail polish? Yes. Soaps? Of course. Detergents? Of course. So all of them, all the above comes under the cosmetics. The law of making the aircraft frames. Aircraft frames are made up of duralium. Okay. So why duralium? Is most of the composition is of aluminium. Okay. Because aluminium is lightweight, it is easily, it can be lifted. Okay. So that's what, that is what okay, duralium. Here you can see in your textbook page number 4, in the list of the different alloys, in that you can see the duralium, fourth one. Duralium 95% of aluminum, 4% of copper, 0.3% of magnesium and 0.35% of manganese. And it is used in making some parts of aeroplanes, so we can use that's the answer. Okay. And then come to the next, okay, this is done. Now next is exercise 1. The branch of science which deals with the study of materials, especially about the composition, methods and preparation of properties, that's what? Chemistry. Okay. So 2. Natural product, petroleum, yes, we get naturally, it is under the oceans and under the earth. Rock salt, yes. Marble, of course. The answer is all the above. Man-made products, steel, yes. Man-made. Cement, yes. Bronze, that's also alloy. So all of them. Mixing two or more molten metals in a certain fixed proportions, we can make the alloys. Mixture of different metals. Option is 1. Bell metal is an alloy of what? Copper and tin. Okay, the second option. Brass is an alloy of what? We can see the brass is a alloy of copper and zinc. Okay, copper and zinc. Magnesium, so you can see in the page number 4, 7th one. Magnesium, aluminium and magnesium. Okay, so magnesium, magnesium, aluminium, magnesium and aluminium. So 4th option. Bronze you can see in the page number 4, same page number 3rd one. Bronze. What is the bronze? 80 to 95% of copper and tin. So copper and tin, second option. German silver is used for making. German silver. In the same page, 6th one. German silver, copper, zinc and nickel. It is used in making the utensils and the artistic materials. So artistic materials. Option is 3. German silver is an alloy of, just what I said, German silver is an alloy of copper, zinc and nickel. Copper, zinc and nickel, first one. Number of metals that present in the stainless steel. See in the stainless steel, what are there? Iron, chromium, manganese and carbon. You can see the 10th one. Okay, 10th one in the chart. Iron, chromium, manganese and carbon. Okay, so that is total how many? 4. So the number is 4. Okay, students. So with this is finished, and there is one practice sheet, that is my task time. That is your task time. Okay. So once read this lesson, very simple lesson, nothing is there here. Okay, read this lesson and answer that my task time. Okay. So with this we stop the lesson. Okay, take care.